Hey guys, before we get started, we want to shout out all of our awesome partners, including Hicks Chiks, Trinity Medical, Gregg Vet, Magnolia Bluff Casino, Weeks Furniture, and all of the awesome partners that you see on the screen right now. Make sure to do business with them, and we hope you enjoy the show. Hey guys, Ronnie Calhoun here with Miss Lou Champion Spotlight. Here with my man Joey Martin for in a new year. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year, buddy. Seems like it's been a year since we've been here.
I know. We're here for another episode of Champion Sports Talk here at Magnolia Bluff Casino. As always, we're driven by Sango GMC, our buddy Mark over there and his awesome crew. Just want to say Happy New Year to everybody out there. It's exciting. I like that. It's always one of those, I feel recharged at the beginning of the year. New beginnings. Put a lot of those old bad things to sleep and try to start over.
Absolutely, yeah.
We've got an awesome guest here today. Your buddy that you've known for a long time.
Good old Lewis Matthews.
Yeah, Ferriday Trojan. That's right. And a Grambling State Tiger.
Absolutely.
So before we get started, we'll jump into the local stuff here in just a second, and then we'll bring Lewis on. But before we get started, we just want to say, Jessica Anderson out there, we're thinking about you still. We hope that you're having a happy New Year. We know you got tough circumstances, but happy New Year. Our military guys and gals over there, as always, we're thinking about you. Joe, you want to dive in on some local stuff? It's been a while.
I'm glad y'all took that picture of my hair transplant because let me tell you what happened. The day after the hair transplant, I'm in the VIP room with Craig. And Craig's talking sports, and I'm just pulling my hair out.
You pulled it all back out?
That's it. Do you need some?
Oh, man. I need to talk to your guy because that was a really good look for you.
Well, also, please ask Craig not to do the Ed Orgeron imitation anymore. Not that I could tell the difference. But, I don't know what to do with Craig. Okay,
that was a lot of fun. That was one of my biggest laughs of 2023.
It was great.
Oh, my goodness.
What I'm gonna
Sorry about that, by the way.
I enjoyed it. I loved it. All in fun.
That's right. You know we love you.
Absolutely. We'll just start off giving the updated records of all the teams around here. We'll start with the boys. Vidalia is 9-9.
Okay.
Big win yesterday over Sterlington in the Don Redden tournament at Ouachita High School, and Mark Perkins had 19. He's been kind of struggling. Good to see him pop up. And Michael Randall had 15. The last 3 games, Michael Randall has been coming on. So
now, I used to take Mark out on the basketball court at Vidalia Junior High, school him around a little bit. So he's been trained by the best here.
So we got some big news also concerning Vidalia. It looks like Ronald Ellis, who was at Natchez, is going to be at Vidalia High and eligible to play next week against Ferriday.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, that's huge.
That is a big deal.
All right, Ferriday boys are 8-8. I mentioned Vidalia's number 21 in Division III power rankings.
Okay.
Ferriday 8-8. Lewis, you played basketball, didn't you? Yeah, I thought you did. Ferriday 8-8, number 14 in Division IV. Bless his heart, Sean Davis had a hard time just keeping his starting crew together with illness and just other things going on, but I think he's finally got that core together. And Vidalia plays Ferriday next Tuesday, so that's going to be a lot of fun.
Yeah, that will be a fun game. That's on the 9th?
Yes. Monterey boys 9-7, number 23 in Division 5. Delta Charter boys 1-8, struggling, but they're still a team you wouldn't want to play later down the road. They're number 30 in Select Division 4.
Okay.
Natchez High 11-5, 1-0 in district. They're playing good ball. Cathedral.
I know it's going to be a big loss for them.
It is.
That's 2 local teams that,
they're very, very affected by that move.
Yeah.
Now Renee is staying right now with the girls. So
is she? That's what I was going to ask. Okay.
Yeah. Cathedral boys 10-10. ACCS boys 8-1, and they play tomorrow night, so that'll be a lot of fun.
Okay.
Shifting over to the girls, Vidalia girls 9-6. They're number 16 in Division 3. And I asked Robert Sanders yesterday, I said, when is the last time Vidalia girls had a better record than the boys started January? And he thought it was like 6 or 7 years ago. And that's a testament more to the girls than just because boys have played a tough schedule.
Yeah, they're
The
both
girls-
having a good year.
Yeah, girls really pushing on. Ferriday girls 4-7. Poor Lisa, she's struggling to find the right combination. They're young, and they're number 34.
Okay.
Monterey girls 9-7, number 33. Delta Charter 0-9, number 29. But I mean, 8th graders and 9th graders, that's all he's got.
You're not going to win a lot of games
Right.
with 8th and 9th graders.
Yeah, exactly. Natchez girls 12-4, and they're 1-0 in district. Cathedral girls 12-7, and ACCS girls 4-5. So, of course, right now is when it really picks up, gets interesting with district play.
Yeah.
And looking forward to January and February.
Yeah, we'll cover that. We'll cover that over the next month or so.
Absolutely.
See how these teams go. So, well, good, man. I just wanted to get a little bit of an update on how everybody's doing. I want to get Lewis as much time as we can today because it's a special treat to have him on for us. But yeah, I appreciate you updating on us. Any other things?
Yeah, I'll get it for now.
Okay. Well, we'll take a super quick break and we'll be right back with our man Lewis Matthews.
Hey y'all, it's Shannon and Ronnie with Miss Lou Champion Spotlight.
And we want to tell you about our awesome partners, Weeks Furniture.
Weeks Furniture has a friendly professional sales staff and they're family owned.
Weeks Furniture carries Ashley, Liberty, Craftmaster, and many other top brands.
They showcase a variety of living rooms, dining rooms, bedrooms, home office, kids' bedrooms, home decor, and more.
They offer free local delivery, financing is available, and they will meet or beat any competitor's pricing.
Come see why Weeks Furniture has been serving the Miss Lou for almost 60 years.
Hey guys, Ronnie Calhoun here with Miss Lou Champion Spotlight. I want to tell you about our awesome partners, J.E. Hicks Distributing Company, also known as Hicks Chiks. Hicks Chiks is a local, family-owned food distribution company that has been serving the Miss Lou since 1945. You already know they serve all of your favorite restaurants, but did you know they are also open to the public? Hicks has a variety of food products, including delicious heat and eat options like chicken and dumplings, white bean chicken chili, lasagna, and gumbo. They also carry a wide variety of seafood options like shrimp, crabs, tuna steaks, salmon, and catfish. And don't forget about their famous TNT burgers that are already pattied up for you and their amazing dessert options. So go see the awesome team at Hicks Chiks at 1380 Martin Luther King Jr. Drive in Natchez. Hicks Chiks, way more than just chicken.
Welcome to your new hospital, Trinity Medical. Located in Ferriday, Trinity Medical is the only acute care facility in the Tri-Parish area. Here you will find an active pursuit of holistic health, a strong, honest group of clinicians, and a consciousness of others that transcends the 80,000 square feet committed to you and your loved ones. Trinity Medical. People you know, caring for people you love.
Hey guys, Ronnie Calhoun here with Miss Lou Champion Spotlight. We're out at our awesome partners, Gregg Veterinary Clinic, and we are in the back in the Barkley Pet Hotel and Spa. I'm standing in the Magnolia Bell Suite, which is one of 5 elite boarding suites available to your 4-legged furry friends when you travel this summer. Each suite comes with a private bed, flat screen TV, 24/7 video monitoring, and a sliding door so your pet feels like they're home. They provide one-on-one walking and activities in a fenced-in private backyard. So call Gregg Vet Hospital today and request your pet suite at the Barkley Pet Hotel and Spa. They'll leave the light on for you. Call Gregg Veterinary Hospital today.
My name is Yvonne Ivory. I'm the lab director here at Trinity Medical. I have 40 years of medical laboratory experience.
Hello, my name is Mary Cubic. I am Trinity Medical Outpatient Specialist, and I've been doing this for over 40 years.
Our lab offers numerous services We have an exceptional outpatient department. We provide phlebotomies and venipunctures for tests requested by physicians. Trinity Lab has the newest, most innovative equipment for specimen processing, yielding quick turnaround times for results. Doctors are able to diagnose and treat patients in a timely manner for faster healing. Our newest addition is our in-house microbiology department.
Hi, I'm Fayla Giddon, and I am the lead microbiology tech here at Trinity Medical. I have over 24 years of experience, and this is our brand new microbiology department. So if the doctors suspect infection, that's where we bring the cultures back here. We set them up on different types of media, depending on what type of culture it is. So if we have some growth, it'll be something like this. So we do some offline tests where we determine if it's gram positive, gram negative, and then we're able to set it up on our machines and it's able to tell us the organism. It gives us an ID, and it also gives us a sensitivity, which shows the doctor what drug will treat the patient and kill the organism.
Here at Trinity, we are committed to providing excellent patient care and services to promote the healing of our patients and our community.
All right, guys, we are back with former Ferriday Trojan and Grambling State Tiger, Mr. Lewis Matthews. How are you?
I'm doing good, Mr. Ryan. How you doing?
Doing well, man. It's a pleasure. I'm gonna pass it over to Joey in a second and let him start out with the questions. But I want to say it's a pleasure to have you on the show.
Yes, sir.
And today's my first day, I think, to meet you. And but we've covered you all year, and man, you've had a really excellent year.
Great career.
Yeah, great career. Yeah. So it's been a treat to kind of follow that, and then to have you on here today to kind of recap that and some other stuff.
Yes, sir.
I just appreciate you coming on.
All right, thank you.
Yeah. Joe, you wanna
Yeah, I'm
get
gonna
the ball
start off
rolling?
with your sophomore year, man.
Sophomore year, yes, sir.
That was 82 solo tackles, 106 total, 22 for loss.
Yes, sir.
You were actually the parish player of the year, and you had Natchez and Doré on your team.
Yes, sir.
But man, talk about that sophomore year. What was so special about that?
That sophomore year high school, I had what's crazy, my defense, I had a bunch of older guys. I had actually, our whole defense was actually loaded. I had a couple guys, and all I was just there for to make plays.
Mhm.
Everybody there, and then Trey's opened the gaps for me, and all I had to do was just fill them. So they pretty much made it easy for me.
You got to play fast.
Yeah, I just got to play fast. Read and react, basically. My sophomore year, that's all that was, read and react.
That's probably a lot of fun, huh?
Yes, sir. I had I was a sophomore, so I had Shannon Morales, was he still
Oh yeah,
playing?
I think he was. Yeah.
Ronald Davis.
Ronald Williams.
Ronald Williams. Yeah, I had a Marquise.
Right.
Yeah.
Marquise. I had a lot of guys, older guys. So I was looking up to them. So they was like kind of, guiding me on the way.
Yeah.
Well, the thing I noticed about you right off is your nose for the football. You just seem to know where it was going.
I actually, that's actually my mentality.
Mm-hmm.
See ball, get ball. So
I like
if you got the ball, I'm finna get you. So
and you did.
yeah,
Yeah.
yes, sir.
What is I'm a Vidalia boy, man.
Yeah.
So y'all got a lot more than we did. Y'all got a lot more wins than we did over the
Yeah.
years. But we always and Vidalia's got a great tradition of their own. But as a Vidalia student back in the day, we would always look at Ferriday and just be like, man, crap, man, we gotta play these guys. Like, that you guys have always had that swag and that toughness. What's talk a little bit about where that comes from and playing in that system.
I say, okay, Ferriday, I say every time it came to us playing, everybody wanted to be Ferriday.
Yeah.
Everybody. From this district to every other district, everybody wanted to beat us. So we had to step up to the plate knowing everybody wanted us off their charge with the L. So
Yeah.
I guess our mentality was junkyard dogs. So we was to go and get it every down, every scratch, every play. So
Yeah.
that was our mentality.
Is that where do you think that comes from? Because that goes back years, Joey.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
There plenty of great players that came through Ferriday.
Yeah.
So.
sure.
And as I was playing as a Ferriday Trojan, we had a bunch of guys come talk to us and played for them, and they gave us the courage and the play and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Do you think? And I'm gonna pass it back to you in a sec. Do you think that a guy in Baton Rouge always said, people would say, why is LSU football so important? And he was saying that people just have so much pride in it. He's like, we don't have all the Fortune 500 businesses and all that. And I think maybe that's sort of like Faraday's mentality on a smaller scale. Like,
yeah, it's definitely on a smaller scale, than LSU, because everybody, like, from Ferriday, I would say.
Well, I'm saying, as far as like that mentality of like the pride, because Ferriday may not have everything that every other city has. You know what I mean? Does that make sense?
Yeah, that makes perfect sense.
Yeah, yeah.
And Stanley came in your senior year. Is that right, Stanley?
Yes, sir. My senior year.
And I remember early that year, y'all had just gotten the new dressing room.
Yeah, yes, sir.
And he was not happy early.
Yeah, he didn't like that. He did not like that dressing room.
He didn't like the way y'all were playing because he said, you're not getting into this new dressing room.
He wasn't going for it. So until we started winning the game, that was the only way we was going to get into that dressing room.
That was amazing. And
So,
y'all did that.
I think that what gave us the little switch to turn it on for us to get in that locker room. So that's when we started to win.
So he literally didn't let you out in the locker room.
No, he had to go in the old one.
Had to go in the old.
And he wouldn't let him use Junkyard Dog either.
Wouldn't let us use that either.
Until you earned it.
Until you earned it.
I imagine you got...
That was the same thing that happened in Grambling with Coach Jackson.
Really?
They took the G's off our helmet.
Wow.
So we had to earn it back.
Wow.
We had to earn it back. I think that was my junior year? My first year with Coach Jackson.
Yeah.
And like our third game, they took the G's off and we had to earn it back.
Yeah.
I imagine you've got some great Stanley Smith halftime speech stories.
Oh,
He'd bring you paint off the wall?
Pain coming hard. He come hard every time. Especially if we was down, he was coming hard. Even if we were winning, though, he'd still come hard because the score shouldn't be like that. Or he'll say we should be blowing these people out the water. So, he was always on tail. Then, what that was, my senior year, we lost against Magnolia. Oh, he was so high.
Oh, my goodness, yeah. Yeah.
He was high. He had made us roll right after the game. That wasn't a great game at all.
I had people from all over the state calling me that night. Wait, is this score right?
Yeah, that hurt me for a couple weeks.
Yeah. Well, speaking of hurt, your last game at Ferriday, St. Helena.
St. Helena.
Won it 12-6 on an untimed play. They had a pass interference. They were down on your 10 or 5?
10. It was 10.
Got the pass interference call, which was kind of bogus.
Moved it up to like 5 yards.
Yeah, and then Ricky Travis, the quarterback, goes back to pass. Dan Trez is hanging all over.
I wanted to say he was down, Mr. Jordan.
He may have been.
I wanted to say he was down, Mr. Jordan. And I couldn't believe it.
But he got the pass off and completed, and, heartbreak.
Heartbreak.
Ricky Travis, he went to Grambling. Where did he end up? I'm not sure yet, but he was a heck of an athlete. He was tough to bring down.
He did come to Grambling.
I think he was a wide receiver at Grambling.
Yeah, I don't think he stayed long. I think he just like came out there for a couple of minutes, but I think he's just
Yes, I believe you're right.
Yes, sir.
But he was tough to bring down, wasn't he?
Yes, sir.
He was
Definitely
stout.
Real stout.
Was that one of the most disappointing? How long did it take to get over that? One game away from the dome?
Oh, that was hard. I ain't gonna lie, that was hard.
That was one of the most electric atmospheres I've ever seen.
That was probably it.
Where was it at?
It was at
Ferriday.
Both sidelines was packed.
Oh,
the fences, all down line, the fences was packed. That was probably, I wouldn't say the biggest game, probably been in Ferriday. It probably wasn't big.
Mm-hmm.
You think it was?
It was. I'm gonna say it was one of the most bizarre games.
Bizarre. I ain't never seen so many people at Ferriday game like that.
I know, that was crazy.
Where is St. Helena? What part of the state is that?
That's southeast.
Southeast.
Yeah. That's like. Okay.
It's in Greensburg. Is where
like
the
Hampton
is.
area.
Yeah, close to there. Yeah, kind of south of that.
Yeah, man.
They had a following, and that was I was some kind of game, but of course then how tough was it seeing? Well, I know it wasn't tough. I know you loved it, but seeing them win state, thinking, hey, that's what we should have done.
Yeah, that's definitely what we should have done.
Who did they play in the state?
Did they win?
Manny. They beat Manny.
Oh, they did beat Manny. They did beat Manny.
Beat him like a drum.
Kobe
Dillon. Woo. He went off.
Oh, yeah, Kobe went off. My cousin Byron Milligan, he went off.
He did.
So was that the year after you left?
2 years after I left. They won 2 years after. See, what it was, my senior year, Kobe wasn't playing. Kobe was hurt.
Ah. Okay.
Yeah, that was the difference maker. Kobe was hurt.
Right. He got hurt early.
He got hurt early. And we had, who we had at quarterback? I think Byron.
I think it was.
Yeah,
Byron did.
Byron. We had Byron
Yeah.
at quarterback.
And it took him a little while to get
Took him,
his
yeah. And basically what we was running with Byron was RPOs and quarterback runs, and they was stopping it, so we couldn't really pass it because Kobe was hurt.
Yeah.
So
But fun times at Ferriday, obviously.
great. Yeah, definitely fun time.
So what do you think? You know, Faraday's had quite a few players to go to the next level. What do you think? Just for you, in instance for you, what do you think drove you to get to that next level? Drove you to get out and to get to that, you know, that SWAC level?
Yeah, I felt like I wanted to make a name for myself because, like, when I was in high school, I was overlooked. Yeah,
Big.
So I was like, all right, why not go to Graham? I went to Graham because of my mother. Grambling because of my mother.
Okay.
So I was like, why not go to Graham and walk on and, you know, make a name for myself? Well, actually, what I did. So that was my plans the whole time of my journey at Grambling.
What kind of did you have something that kind of drove you the whole time? Was it just, were you focused on the process, or did you have like some kind of inner, like, I'm gonna prove something? Or
I say my freshman year when I walked on, I had 9 seniors in front of me, 9. So I was like, it's wait my turn. So what I did, I waited my time, and then when it's time for me to step up, I stepped up to the plate. So that's what I was mainly focused on. And for my nose to the ball, I say I really developed that mindset my freshman year because I didn't know the playbook as well, the defense. So I just not got there. So my coach used to always tell me, go at the ball. If you don't know the play, go 100%. So once I get the play down, you'll be able to run 100%. So that's what I developed that mentality at Grambling.
Yeah. Okay. And then what was I going to say before that? So whenever you were in high school, did you? So you said you were overlooked. You didn't have a lot of people coming at you in high school, or?
Yeah, I had a couple offers. I had Jackson State and Mississippi College. I had, you know, a couple.
Southwest Oklahoma.
Yeah, Southwest Oklahoma, yes, sir. But there wasn't no schools that I really wanted to like go to.
Yeah.
So I just chose to, you know, go to Graham, walk on the Graham.
Yeah, gotcha.
Well, it actually was my mama's decision to walk on that Graham.
I can see that. His mom was a heck of a basketball player.
Oh yeah, my mama, she's tough. She was tough.
So you got the athletics and the genes.
From my mom's side.
Yeah.
I got the working on the times and stuff from my dad's side.
Working
on my dad's side.
I never said that. But like you say, you get to Grambling, and then Hugh Jackson comes in. What were you thinking first when you hear that he's coming in?
When I heard Hugh Jackson, they said everybody was saying like NFL coach. So I was like, okay, cool. This could be my, you know, my key to what I need to get to where I want to be. So, you know, I talked to Coach Jackson when I first got on campus, and he like welcomed me in. Like he didn't know who I was and stuff like that. And the linebacker I had, you know, when he got there, I was a junior. So
going into your junior year.
Going into my junior year. So he really didn't know me as like that. So they didn't put me on a scholarship or nothing like that. He really didn't notice I was Lewis Matthews until like my 3rd game of me playing for him. And once he really like saw that, he was like, oh yeah, this is a great football player right here. And
that was a good thing because you were starting over. You didn't have to worry about, hey, this former coach like so-so.
I ain't had to worry about all that. Yes, sir. I had to worry about coming and showing them what I got, and laying it all on the line. And I actually when they got there, I was second string linebacker. So I was like, all right, I gotta earn my way up to the top. So that's when I got the opportunity. I took a step forward and got my spot where I was supposed to be got.
So what was your favorite place to play?
Favorite place in college or high school? In college, favorite place. I say Bayou Classic. Bayou Classic, that'll always be the best game. Y'all New Orleans, big crowd, all the
What is that week like?
That week.
I mean, are you guys out and about? Or
no, we have a bye week before, but after that bye week, we coming back practicing hard. Everybody, all the alumni, they want to come out and talk. Everybody have something to say about the classic. So it'd be a real great moment.
Is it a lot of distractions, or is it tough to stay focused?
I say when it comes down to the distractions, it comes down to that Friday because we have a luncheon where Grambling comes in and Southern comes in. Okay. And it just be a bunch of people just talking about the classic and starting a lot of mess. So I feel like that's when your team should lock in and be disciplined and, you know. watch the distraction, because I feel like that's a big distraction for the class,
Yeah.
and you can't really let it get to you.
How much talking goes on in that game?
I think the luncheon start from 11 and we done by 1:30. So just imagine them talking from 11 to 1:30.
So you're not interacting. You got Southern on this side,
Southern on this side and Grambling on this side.
Okay.
And it's split in the middle between us.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So that's interesting. And then what's that game like? I mean, is it just on another level, like running out on the field?
Definitely another level, because it's really so. I think every class got him into been almost sold out. So with all the fans screaming and the lights, is just an unbelievable feeling.
Yeah.
And then for me to get to do it 4 years, well, I actually played in 3, and I went to 1 and just on the sideline watching the other guys. But it was my freshman year really showed me like, yeah,
it's on.
It's on.
Yeah. So you've got a unique perspective because you played, your high school ball and college ball at places where football means a lot to people.
So,
yeah, and that's a lot whenever to wear that that F and that G.
The G.
Because you're representing so many people before you.
Definitely.
And it means so much to those people.
Definitely, especially Grambling, it definitely means a lot.
Did you think about that when you played?
Not really. I feel like what I was really more focusing on, everybody was worrying about the past Grambling. It ain't really the past now. It's the present.
I got you.
And the kids on the team is a disciplinary problem. So people was figuring out what was wrong with Grambling and what was going on, because we really didn't have a great season.
Yeah.
We had an okay season. But people were so worried about the getting Graham to where it's supposed to be.
Yeah.
But it ain't like it's supposed to be right now. So
yeah.
Basically, they really, I guess when they bringing in Mickey, I guess they trying to bring back the culture. But
Mickey Jones.
So
yeah,
I think that's what they trying to build.
Did you ever get to meet Doug Williams or people?
I met Doug Williams. Yeah, I went to what is called, and I went to Atlanta to the Swag Media Day.
Okay.
Yeah. And I went to Atlanta one other time. I met Doug Williams twice.
Oh, cool.
And he actually came talk to me personally about being a leadership. I learned a lot of stuff from him about being the leader of the team. And,
that's awesome.
And a lot of stuff, because I had to step up. That's one thing I had to do. I had to step up because my defense had a bunch of young kids, and they needed to grow up and mature more. So I had to be a leader to them and step up to the plate.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
I would say going back to Ferriday, and we'll probably ask you the same question about college in a little bit, but who are some local, whether it be coaches, teachers, community leaders, family members, who are some local people that had a big impact on you in high school?
In high school?
Yeah.
I say, Coach Smith pushed me all the time. Coach Kitchen pushed me. Coach, I'm gonna think one person, Coach Swole. Walter Johnson.
Mm-hmm.
He taught him and CJ McKnight, they actually taught me how to be a linebacker.
Wow.
I'll say that my freshman year, when I got into Ferriday, I had Coach Cummins. He was the head coach.
Okay.
Yeah.
And Walter Johnson, he was the defensive linebacker coach, and he, helped me out a lot.
I love Walter.
Really built me into a linebacker.
Yeah.
He taught me my aggressiveness, showed me what I can do.
Yeah.
And ever since then, I just been taking that
and
yeah.
This past summer was so hot. They were training and all, and he had some kids leaning over after doing it, and don't lean over. You cutting off your own.
He don't play that. He don't play that. And one thing he gonna make sure you do, you get them push-ups every day. He gonna make sure you do at least 1,000 push-ups a day.
So who were some of the best college players you played against?
The best college players. I say the quarterback from FAMU, Mosley, I think that's his name. He nice. I wouldn't say anybody else.
No running back that.
No running. I haven't ran into a running back that can. Nah, no.
Run into one you can't handle yet?
I ain't running one I can handle yet.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think. I can't even think. That's the crazy thing.
And how much fun was it playing against Kobe? That's I know he didn't get to play much, but
yeah. I think it was my junior year when I actually got the time to tackle him.
Mm-hmm.
But I was at linebacker and they was getting ready to to call the play, and me and him like locked in and we locked in each other. So that's how I knew he was finna get the ball. That's how I knew he was finna get the ball because he looked dead. And that's how I be knowing when most of the run plays, because the running backs are giving away. They'll sit there and try to find and see where I'm at, and I'll be watching their eyes, and that's how I tell most of the time who getting the ball and all that. So.
Well, Ronnie was asking you earlier about playing against Jaden Daniels and LSU. What was it like, first of all, going into Tiger Stadium? And
I ain't gonna the atmosphere. It was a great atmosphere because they had everybody there rooting for them. But what my coach always was told us in the locker room, they Tigers and we Tigers. So if they holler about go Tigers, they talking about us. They talking about us too. They talking about us too. So and they were saying go Tigers, we were saying go Tigers. They talking about us. So that kind of helped the team boost their confidence.
You played against Will Campbell a lot.
Yeah.
How tough was that?
It was tough. He was using his hands. He was getting hold of me, but like I'm a finesse linebacker. I don't like them putting their hands on me, so I'm gonna try my best to like finesse their moves. But LSU does pretty good. They was Jaden Daniels. He's a nice quarterback. He deserved the Heisman. He had a couple of great games against a bunch of college teams, and I feel like he deserved the Heisman.
Yeah, we were saying off air that they were still figuring some things out, so it wasn't you didn't necessarily play.
Yeah, I ain't playing
Daniels that won the Heisman. They were still figuring.
Yeah, I think LSU was still trying to figure their way around it, but he was still trying to make plays by running the ball as a quarterback. He was getting a couple plays, but.
And you didn't even tell me before the game, I'm only going to play a half.
Yeah, I only played a half.
Yeah.
Once the second half, my coach Jackson took all us out, all the starters, basically gave all the freshmen, time to play and stuff like that. So.
What about those receivers, Neighbors, and I know that you're not covering them directly, but they're just, man, they look so good on TV.
Neighbors, he broke the record? He broke a record or something.
Can you tell the difference when you're on the field with those guys? I mean, they just.
Like I said, I wouldn't cover him, so I wouldn't know how. But I feel like if I was to cover him, he would. He would do me in, but. I feel like he was a great ball player.
Yeah.
So how was your teammate who got hurt that game?
JQ. We call him JQ. He actually back to normal almost.
Good.
Back to normal. He running around, talking, going everything great with him.
How does that affect you?
Almost
like that happen?
When that happened, I cried. I was like on the till, like get up, my boy, get up, because that's like he a linebacker too. So he was in my group, one of the young cats, one of the guys that was looking up to me. So. That kind of made me kind of nervous and upsetting me a little bit.
And in that moment, you probably realized that football is not quite as important as we make it out to be.
Not really. It ain't that important at a life-sticking injury like that.
Yeah, comparatively speaking, yeah.
And that's when it both teams kind of come together. And because I know LSU players were just like, they were devastated by it.
Yeah, I think one of their players got hurt. Running back, he had a tumor or something.
No, yeah, Gregg
cornerback.
Yeah.
Oh, he was cornerback.
Yeah, before the season. Yeah.
That was kind of scary. I know that was scary for them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, your senior year, 55 solo tackles, 46 assists, 101 tackles, 2 interceptions. I'm sorry to bring this up. 1 for a touchdown, 1 that should have been a touchdown.
I knew you were going to say that. I knew you were going to say that, Mr. Jordan. I don't know
film of you on the sideline beating yourself up.
I don't know what I was thinking. I know I caught the ball, Mr. Jordan, and I was running. I was like, I got to get in this end zone. And it ain't work out like I wanted to. I should have stopped and just changed direction and went the other way, but all I had was end zone. End zone. I was trying to get
to went out of the back.
So it went out the back.
But what's crazy, they didn't call it as a touchback. They gave it to me. They said it went out of bounds. So that still counted as an interception for me. So I was happy. I was mad.
You were mad.
And when
let's talk about the good.
Yeah.
Well, you don't get that many opportunities to score a touchdown.
not really. So
I can understand whenever you get that moment.
But the first one, Florida Memorial. Yeah, the first one, I feel like that just came to me. I was actually like reading the running back to read the gaps. And once I stepped in the gap, the ball just popped in my hand. And
you had nothing but green?
There was nothing but green.
You said, I remember my Ferriday days playing offense right there.
Yeah, Ferriday days playing offense. I went offensive mode then. I think I broke 2 or 3 tackles.
Yeah, cut across
the field and scored that. First touchdown ever and first interception ever.
That's awesome.
In the game. I still got the ball.
Oh,
I went to the sideline, got the ball, I threw it to my mom in the stand.
Oh,
I told her, hold on for it. Hold on to it.
That's right.
So were you surprised Hugh Jackson when that MCD was fired?
I wasn't surprised, but I figured it was coming soon because we lost the Bayou Classic and we lost homecoming. So, and one thing about Grambling, you have to have a winning program. So, and that's something he like wasn't doing like that. So, I'm gonna see what Mickey Joseph got up his sleeve.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
we'll see what that's coming along with.
And we were talking earlier about the transfer portal as well. Any thoughts at any time of trying it out?
I thought about the transfer portal once. They told me I had an extra year, but as it come to find out, at the end of the season, I didn't have an extra year. But my plans was for me to transfer and go to another school, but I didn't have the extra year. I didn't know eligibility started once you enter into college. I didn't know it didn't start. I thought
but everything was so confusing.
See, that would confuse me because then COVID, I thought I had the extra year from COVID.
Yeah.
But I didn't, so that would throw everything off the table.
And then you got guys like Bo Nix who's been playing like 12 years now. So I'm not exactly sure how that works.
We had a guy on our team playing for 6 years. Like Lyndon Rash. I don't know if you know Lyndon. But see, he been at Grambling for 6 years. Playing for 6 years. I was like, how? How? But he did it.
And NIL, was you ever able to take advantage of that?
I went to like a blending the 6 years.
Getting money.
The NIL.
Oh, in the NIL. Oh, NIL. Yeah, I had got an NIL deal from ACSA Academy.
That's right.
They gave me an NIL deal, and they flew me out to Atlanta, and they was teaching me like how to finance money, save money.
Oh, that's cool.
That's awesome.
Instead of just giving you money, they're teaching you
how to use it, life skills,
Yeah.
and LLC. There was a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
I had a great time in Atlanta with them, and they really showed me a lot of ropes into life. And
Yeah.
So are you done now, or are you? When do you graduate?
I graduated already with my bachelor's
Okay.
in last December, but I graduated in May with my master's in sports administration.
Okay.
Awesome, man. That's great. Yeah, that's awesome.
What are your plans? I mean, well, obviously we don't talk football first, but otherwise.
I actually did an interview a couple weeks ago for a teaching job in Texas, so I'm waiting on them to get back with me. So I'm gonna start my career probably with teaching until like the draft, if I was to get drafted. But if football doesn't work out, I have the teaching on my resume for me to go, keep teaching.
And just the uncertainty and not knowing. I mean, we were all shocked when Dare's name never come out. So you just never know, do you?
Yeah, you never know.
But you got to prepare yourself, don't you?
Yes, sir. You definitely got to prepare yourself. Stay ready, be in it, and live up to the moment. So that's all I've been waiting for.
Any chance on going to the combine?
We actually got an HBCU combine in February. February 14th is in New Orleans. And the Legacy Bowl game is February 24th.
That's awesome.
So if you want to come down there, I can get y'all some tickets to come to Legacy Bowl.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
I'll see what I can do. Pull a couple strings, get y'all.
Yeah, that'd be awesome. Yeah, heck yeah.
Okay.
So you still got to get an agent.
I'm still looking for an agent. So
going into this draft process, are you like, if I get drafted, good? If not, I'm going to teach, or are you thinking about potentially walking on as like an undrafted free agent?
Yeah, I say undrafted free agent. That's an option, but you still have to have that backup plan. Yeah, so that's why. Because right now, in school, I got to do an internship for me to graduate. So by me doing this teaching job, it'll have a great set up my resume great. Yeah. So. But if, football doesn't go the way it go, I always thought about the XFL. I love to play in the XFL, the Canada League. Okay. I wouldn't mind playing in one of those leagues. So,
what would you prefer, turf or grass playing on?
Grass. I like grass. I like the grass. I play better on grass.
Okay. It's turf. Is it, you wear different shoes or?
Nah, you don't wear different shoes. I just feel like it's injury prone. Yeah. All turf ain't good turf. Yeah. All turf ain't good turf. Like all turf at Grambling, horrible. It was horrible. It was horrible. Slipping and falling and sliding. Actually, on a couple plays, if it weren't for guys sliding, they probably would have scored on them. Yeah. Or falling, so, and it kind of hurt us too by our guys on our team falling and stuff. So.
Well, you talk about teaching. I mean, obviously, I hope you want to get into coaching as well.
Oh, coaching, yeah, definitely. That's why I'm part of the job in Texas. It's actually a teaching and a coaching job at a middle school. At a middle school in Texas. So.
What part of Texas is this? Can you say?
It's actually, I did an interview for Liberty Middle School in Texas. I want to say around Plano
Okay.
and Garland area. So I'm looking forward into that, to get started. I'm really nervous of being a teacher, but I have the experience with kids, and I feel like I'll be one of the teachers the kid want to come to this class ready every day. So I feel like I'll be a good teacher. Actually, my mom's a teacher, so she said she'll be along with me my journey of a teacher, so she'll help me.
Man, I tell you, I taught at Magnolia Junior High whenever I moved back from Nashville. I taught for 4.5 years, and one of the things that I thought going into the classroom was, I'm gonna tell these kids we're gonna do it. We're gonna be disciplined and this and that. And man, it didn't take me long. I learned. I was like, man, some of these kids, I'm like, just showing up to school. So I started seeing some of the places that some of the kids are coming from, and I changed my whole philosophy. And I started being like, hey, man, like more of a mentor than a disciplinarian. Like, let's talk. Instead of saying, you're going to do this, I was like, what's up, Yeah. So that's just my little piece of advice going in. It's to, they got to have discipline. We had discipline. But they're looking at you as a mentor. They're looking at you. You don't have to have all the answers. Sometimes you just listen to them.
Yes, sir.
So,
that was definitely one of the interview questions that they asked me about a different disciplinary problem, but I haven't run into like a kid or that I had to like disciplinary, so I really wouldn't know how to like take that into action.
Yeah.
So,
well, I think if people, just like I would say that both of you can vouch for this, but if you know that people care about you, you're gonna treat them with respect.
Yes,
so I never had any discipline action because the kids knew that I cared about.
Yeah, same here.
Yeah. So, what about your thoughts? We touched on the NIL and transfer portal a while ago. It's so crazy right now, but you're kind of in the middle of all this right now. So what are your thoughts on all of that? How would you do it if you had total control over it? How would you do it?
Well, like the transfer?
Let's start with transfer. Yeah.
All right. If I was like,
what would the rule be if you had to set it?
I'll definitely let players play. I wouldn't push them back another year. Let them sit out another year to play. I'll let them play to wherever school they'll transfer.
Okay.
But
no sitting out.
Yeah, but let me tell you, if I had the opportunity to transfer, the school I would have wanted to go to was Colorado.
Wow.
Okay.
Because I feel like they needed linebackers, and I would be a great fit, a part of their team. So that was one, if I that was one of my plans if I had that extra year to transfer. So, but transfer portal, I feel like, it's basically a reset of recruiting. So you basically got to start all over and see who,
Do you think that it should be a one-time deal, or do you think that they can transfer every year? Or
I would say you can transfer every year because, just like at Grambling, you get new coaches, you get a new staff, and some players ain't comfortable with staying at the school like they wanted to. I feel like they should have the opportunity to
That's
go
a fair
to another
point.
school.
Yeah, that's a fair point.
Because what if you go to a school and you get a coach that doesn't like you or like didn't agree with so
change of philosophy.
Yeah. That's a fair point. Joe, you got any other? Before we switch over to,
what advice would you give a young middle school or a kid coming up wanting to play football? What do they need to do?
I say listen to what your coaches have to tell you. Take your coaching. As if you're a defensive guy, I say have a nose for the ball. See ball, get ball. See ball, get ball. And just never give up. That's what I did. I never gave up, no matter how overlooked I was, or no matter how many people came block me. I was still gonna get that ball. So I just tell all the kids today, just keep striving for what you want, and finish first.
Yeah.
Be disciplined. Right?
Definitely be disciplined. And if you ain't got discipline, you ain't got nothing at all. And one thing that builds a team and builds a relationship is discipline. And that's something you ain't got. That's probably not gonna.
And what's been a problem at Ferriday for years, get that ACT early.
Oh, the ACT definitely. Yeah. See me, I ain't gonna lie, Mr. Joe, I took the ACT about 8 times. I can't. One thing I had bad was focus. Was taking a long test like that and all them breaks and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I couldn't.
It's just not set up for some people.
That's right.
Yeah. I'm the same way.
Yeah.
But you do. You said something off the air earlier, which really stood out to me whenever we were talking about your grandfather starting the business, the tire business, and then your dad. And I was joking. I said, your grandfather's sounds, Joey was talking about him sitting in that chair. And I said, it sounds like he's moved into a management role.
I guarantee you right now he's sitting in that chair. He's sitting in the chair with his legs crossed.
Look, but you said that's where I want it.
Yeah,
I want him in that chair and let me do all the work.
Let me do all the work.
So that shows your mindset and your work ethic right there.
Definitely. He be trying to get up and move all the time. Be like, nah, sit right there, motherfucker. Sit out, chill out.
So you've had some good people to kind of
help
follow
me
behind.
Yeah. He definitely played a big role, helping me out with a lot of things in college.
Yeah. Joey, you want to switch over real quick while we got Lewis here?
Sure.
You want to hit on a little bit of this college talk real quick?
Sure. Well, but of course, big news now, Matt House, about the whole defensive staff out at LSU. How did that kind of news, does everybody just kind of go, what's going on here, or how does that affect you?
Are they leaving or?
No, they were fired.
The whole defensive staff.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
That was just happened yesterday.
Yeah.
So as a player, say whenever coach is leaving, there's uncertainty.
Yeah.
That's got to be a weird feeling, huh?
It's definitely a weird feeling because then you gotta see who coming next. You feel what's the next defensive coordinator? Then you gotta learn his playbook and basically like getting another coach starting all over.
Yeah.
Basically like transfer portal, starting all over and learning everything else all over again.
But Lewis, the first two possessions y'all had against LSU, y'all went right down the field.
Like I was telling you, LSU was in a building stage, so I feel like they didn't know that we was gonna come out like that strong. It's like our guys in the locker room, we was ready. We was ready.
Yeah.
But did you see some weakness there on LSU's defense?
On LSU, no, I play offense. I really wasn't paying attention to the defense, and every time they was scored on us, I couldn't really pay attention to their defense because my coach would have my attention on the sideline. He'll be fussing and stuff at us, so I'm locked in on the sideline. But watching other people play, their defense, they're actually nice. What happened to Kurt Perkins?
Oh, he's
Good question.
What happened to Perkins? That's one of the reasons that they're not there anymore.
I ain't seen them.
They had him more covering the backs, and
that's one of the reasons that House is gone and the whole staff's gone because you got Perkins sitting there, and he ended up having a pretty decent year, and in spite of being out of position, not on his own fault. They were playing him out of position. It's like they schemed him out of position all the season.
Well, what position y'all think he better at?
I think he's better just put him out there and let him go.
Like you said, just let him see ball, get ball.
Yeah, see ball, get ball.
Just let him.
I definitely took some notes from him. He'll I was watching his clips and stuff, and he'll walk up like he's finna blitz.
Yeah.
And as the quarterback said go, and your D-line rush forward, he'll walk, he'll creep. He'll creep. He wouldn't rush the quarterback, but he'll creep and wait till the quarterback breaks the pocket. And once he breaks the pocket,
Well, we had talked on our show for the Alabama game. Perkins has to shadow Milroe everywhere, and then he did. And Milroe had some huge runs that game.
Yeah, so I wouldn't blame Perkins. I blame the coaches.
Yeah,
so that's probably why they got rid.
No doubt about it. I mean, because Perkins could have spied Milroe
all night.
Well, did you see what Dallas Turner said after the Alabama game? I'm surprised they didn't let me rush more. So, is that what you prefer as a linebacker? Do you like?
I say, see what I did. How Coach Thornton had me, I didn't rush that much at all. I was certain plays I rushed it, but not all plays. So I wouldn't rush as a linebacker. I wouldn't rush as a Mike. Let's say that. Yeah. I wouldn't rush as much as a Mike because you always need that Mike backer just in case a miscommunication with the D lineman or something happened, then it opens up a gap. So you need that linebacker right there.
Fill that gap.
Yeah.
That's interesting you say that because a lot of times we don't see what goes on or know what's going on. But you talk about miscommunication, and it's something people may be blaming somebody watching it, but it may not be.
Yeah, see that would happen. That was the main reason with us. Like with our defense at Grambling, if one person wants to mess up, it'll mess the whole defense up. Yeah. And with one of the plays that during the Bayou class, one of the guys got the big run, it was because our defensive lineman didn't, travel all the way to the gap. And I was Mike by myself, and I couldn't really make the play because the offensive lineman climbed so fast to me. It was doubling me.
Yeah.
So I couldn't really
Did you
save the day.
Did you let him know it?
Did
you let him know it?
I was fine. I definitely fired him up on the sideline after the play. They have to run all the way down to the field goal too after he scored. I said, "Oh no, oh no."
So what about we're right here? What about the what did you think about the two games, the playoff games? What were your takeaways from those? Do you watch a lot of college ball? Or?
I don't watch the games as they go on.
Yeah.
But I watch YouTube and I just watch the highlights of the game.
I got you.
Yeah.
So what were your takeaways from those two games? And then what do you think is going to happen in the championship game?
With the big upset with Alabama, I feel like Alabama should have been in it. No way. It should have been Florida State.
Yeah.
And I feel like Florida State would have won it all. But with Bama, that was a big upset for them. I know all of them was hurt, so that was crazy. That last play was crazy.
He just
I don't even think he was.
It was wide open on the left side.
He wasn't expecting. I don't think he was knowing his field position, his IQ, where he was on the field,
and the low snap,
yeah. But he should have went to the left side.
If he would went to the left, he was in.
It would have scored.
Yeah.
It's like he just tried to dive or something. Like his offensive line.
Yeah.
Like his offensive line was trying to give the push, and he tried to dive or something behind him.
It was almost like they're trying to sneak from the 5 yard line.
But he wasn't nowhere close. That's why I was like, he must didn't know his field awareness or where he was.
Yeah. So, and then the other game, I went to sleep because it was so late. But,
I ain't even watched that.
The Washington and Texas game, Penix, I saw some of the highlights, man. Yeah, he's a good quarterback. He gets rid of that ball.
Definitely a great quarterback. He did. That would have been a tough game if we would have played them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you think? So, who do you see in the championship game with Michigan and Washington? How do you see it playing out?
We were talking about this off the air. I still was trying to make my mind up who I want to really go for. I'm gonna come with my final. I'm gonna go Michigan.
You gonna go Michigan?
I'm gonna go Michigan.
I'm sitting there doing the same thing in my head right now. I'm like, I'm on the spot now.
Yeah.
After we get you off, we got Tim on, and we have to make our predictions. So I'm like, I still don't know. I'm not gonna say yet. I'm gonna hold on to it. But you gonna go Michigan?
Yeah, I'm gonna go Michigan. I like their defense.
Oh man, that defense.
Their defense. If their defense actually scored at least 14, game over.
It had to be fun watching them play.
If they get at least 2 or 3 turnovers.
Yeah.
Well, how strange is it going to be for you this spring not to be practicing?
Ooh, it's actually, I wouldn't say not to be practicing, I'm actually training. So it's kind of like, practicing, but on my own, you know what I'm saying? So, actually, I'm really working out right now. I just started not too long ago. I plan on getting a trainer actually next week. I can start working out with him. And as that, I'm ready for whatever. I'm really looking for any NFL team to give me an opportunity.
Yeah.
Anybody give me an opportunity or a chance, I'm going to make the best out of it.
Yeah. Man, we're pulling for you.
So,
Joe, you got anything else?
Great job, man.
So,
yeah, I appreciate it. We're pulling for you, man. We appreciate you coming on, and we'll be following you. And if we could do anything for you, always let us know.
Gotcha.
And we'll be right back after this quick break with Tim Morrissey, and we'll have to figure out what our predictions are. Be right back. All right, man.
Thank you. Yeah.
'Tis the season to win our 40 grand dashing into cash and $10,000 New Year, New Money grand prize. It's time to unwrap over $70,000 in winnings. It's always a good time. Visit MagnoliaBluffsCasino.com.
All right, guys, we are back with my buddy Tim Morrissey. How are you?
Doing well, man. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. This is the first time I've seen you in the New Year. We usually see each other pretty regularly. And
that's right.
I think we've both been traveling and then busy. So, yeah. So, man, we had some exciting games that we were talking about. A lot of things happening at the casino.
A lot of stuff.
Good New Year's. Did y'all have a good New Year's?
New Year's was real good. Yeah, I mean, I don't know.
Great bands.
Mine wasn't as good as yours from what I saw with your trip. But here at the casino was great. I mean, we had Emerson Hill on Friday, packed the house. People were really down here enjoying themselves. It really kind of the whole weekend felt like New Year's each night because, I mean, this place was just hopping. We had people in here. We had promotions going on.
Yeah.
Good friends, Lincoln Outfit. Saturday down here playing great music.
Yeah.
And then, of course, Sunday for New Year's Eve, we had bass rhythm and bass rhythm and grooves. They were actually fantastic. I hadn't seen them before. They're at Jackson.
Okay.
They came down, played a real good mix, really fit the crowd, kept everybody energized all night. Of course, we had the VIP dinners in here. our team, I mean, the whole team here worked really hard and pulled off an amazing night. We did over 150 people in the restaurant for, the chef made these beef short ribs and crab claws. The food was fantastic. Unfortunately, by the time we were done serving everybody else, and I got a chance to eat, the food was gone. So
That's generally how it works.
We're going to talk about that with Anthony next year about having a plate for me.
That's generally how it goes.
But no, man, it really went well. And then everybody went out to the floor. We had a great champagne toast. I got up on stage and was able to count down midnight with everybody, and then we came back on Monday and gave away a $5,000 New Year's grand prize giveaway. So, just kicked off the new year on a great foot, and like I said, extremely proud of the team here. That everybody pulled together. Our whole leadership team was down here Sunday night to make sure that our guests were taken care of. And, New Year's is generally one of the busiest nights of the year, and closed out the year on a great note.
Part of the business, working while everybody else is playing.
That's right.
That's right. So what about we got a lot going on in January, it looks like.
Yeah, it doesn't stop. We rolled right back into pretty packed month. January typically around here is a little bit slower of a month.
Yeah.
Not just the casino, but around Natchez.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
In Miss Lou area. So, but we still have a lot of stuff going on down here. We've got the jackpot spins this Sunday. So if you won a jackpot in the last quarter, so of last year, so that's any taxable jackpot where you receive W2G, you're invited to come down. You get one ticket for each jackpot. They'll pull out a winner from 3 to 8. They continue to pull out winners. You come up and spin a wheel and win free play. On the wheel is two of the segments on the wheel. One of them is 50%. One of them is 100% match of whatever your highest jackpot was during that time. So it's a popular promotion. We do it once a quarter, and really people enjoy it. I mean, who doesn't want to get double what they won in the jackpot? So
no doubt about that.
We've got the $35,000 flip for cash, which is going to be on Fridays and Saturdays throughout the month. So $35,000, a lot of money to be given away.
Yeah.
And then we've got a new band towards the end of the month. River Dan, new to me. I haven't seen him.
Yeah.
I don't think he's been at the casino
Alabama
before.
guy. Yeah.
But he's coming in January 26th and 27th. I'm going to play here, River Dan. So that's exciting. And then we've got a new special this month in the restaurant as well, a beef stew. I ate it yesterday for lunch, and it was delicious. Comes with a homemade cornbread muffin that Anthony's making. Beef stew with some white rice in the middle, and I think you guys might be trying it today for lunch.
Yeah, can't beat that. Man, Joey wasn't in the VIP room with y'all the other night, was he?
Where's that at?
Joey, when's your birthday? We're gonna have to have a VIP birthday party or something down.
That's right, man.
Down, baby.
That's right. We can't let him in until then. That's gonna be. You got to make it to your birthday.
It'd be great if his birthday was like last week.
When is your birthday?
September 2nd.
Oh my goodness! So you got a ways.
I was born on Labor Day, and my mom always told me I've been laboring ever since.
Oh my goodness! So now we're moving into our take it to the bank blocks of the week, which we've been having a lot of fun with this year. Man, this college season was a lot of fun, and the pro season going into the playoffs. Who knows who's going to win?
That's right.
Both college and pro this year, there were no teams that you just knew were going to win. So that's a lot of fun when that happens. Get Dustin to put our standings on the screen right now. But we're all right there. Joey went on a tear earlier in the year with like 10 in a row.
Where I went from goose egg.
Goose egg. He's a man of streaks. he went from goose egg like 0-6 or 0-8 to like 10-0. And now he's back at 0-6 the last couple of weeks.
I had a players meeting last week.
Yeah.
So,
do you need to use the VIP room?
Yeah.
So Joey has slipped into last place by one game right now, and but we got a long ways to go. We still got the NFL playoffs coming up.
That may be a bad thing.
But we're all within 1 or 2 games from each other right now, which is pretty crazy.
It is.
We've been doing this all year, and we're all right here.
I don't know if that speaks about how much people should follow our picks or not, but
Look, this stuff's hard.
Hey, we're batting slightly above. Well, you're batting slightly. No, you're right at 500. All right.
Yeah.
Well,
yeah, this stuff's hard. I mean, well, let's start with what we'll do this week with college. Is we've only got the one game, but we wanted to pick it, so we could pick anything that we want about the game. We could do the total, or we could pick the winner. However y'all want to do it. I'll start out and give y'all a minute to think about it. We had Lewis Matthews from Ferriday on a while ago, and he was in the same boat. He was like, "Man, I can't figure it out," but we forced him to pick a winner.
okay.
So he went with Michigan when his back was against the wall, and I think I'm gonna do the same thing. I'm gonna go with Michigan, even though that 4.5 seems big, but I'm gonna take Michigan with 4.5. I could see this game going anyway, but I could see Michigan. I could see a scenario where Michigan blows the doors off.
I think that's a solid. After they're riding high, right? I mean, they knocked Alabama out, which is a big accomplishment.
Ohio State the game before that.
Yeah.
So
even though it was a real tight game with Alabama, I think that they've got the momentum, they've got the attitude. I could see them coming in the 4.5 not being a problem.
Yeah.
I got a couple of notes, and I meant to mention them earlier.
I didn't know if he was about to drop his prediction there. He's teasing.
J.J. McCarthy. He was one of 6 5-star quarterbacks, class of 2021. The only one still at the same school.
Okay.
The other 5 have transferred.
What's that tell you? What's that tell you about NIL?
That's right.
Yeah,
Exactly.
wow.
It is. Caleb Williams.
Wow.
Also, this is the first season since 2007 Alabama was never ranked at number 1.
Wow.
Nice stat. Good stat. Yeah.
Since 2007.
2007.
Mitch, crazy.
Isn't that amazing?
Wow.
Talk about dynasty.
Exactly.
Wow.
But getting to the future, I'm going to go with Michigan and just flat.
Okay. Any insight on it? How do you see it playing out?
I think that the pass rush is going to make a difference. The way they kept Milroe in check, I think they'll do the same job on Penix. But it's going to be a good game. I really believe.
Yeah. Yep. All right. Sounded like Tim was tipping his hand a minute ago.
I do believe that you guys are on the right side of that. My pick is going to go against probably what it sounded like, because I do think that Michigan has the potential to blow this game out. But I think if they blow it out, Washington doesn't score much. If they keep it close, the score doesn't get too high. So I actually like the under 55.5, because I think either way, if Michigan blows them out, Washington doesn't score a lot. If they keep it close, it's going to be a defensive game. And so I like the under 55.5.
I was just about to predict that you were about to, because I thought about taking the under myself, and when you said I'm going to go a different direction, I was like, here he goes. I think that's a smart play, though. I think the under on that's a smart play. So if I'm not mistaken, I think this is the last week for the NFL, right? The regular season. So there's a lot of playoff implications on the line. So what do you want me to start on my NFL?
Sure.
All right. Honestly, I've been traveling a little bit, so I haven't been reading my normal amount that I do. So I don't know exactly how the seedings are playing out in the AFC right now. But I do know that Baltimore has been on a tear. I don't know who's playing, who's not playing, and all of that right now. But the Steelers are 3.5-point favorites on Saturday and over Baltimore. So I'm going to take Baltimore on that.
Okay.
All right.
I think Baltimore is going to make a run and maybe win this whole thing.
Very possible.
Go
That's
ahead.
a good pick.
Yeah.
Man, I've been overthinking it. I've been trying to figure out all the scenarios and everything. I just said, you know what? This may be Belichick's last game with the Patriots. I'm going to go with the Patriots.
Oh, yeah, 1.5 favorite?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
All right. I was looking at the same game you were, Ronnie. With how the Ravens have been playing, I didn't understand how the Steelers were the favorite on the road. And and it seemed like the easy pick.
Mm-hmm.
But I've been bit by that a ton of times this season, where I'm like, the book just has to have this wrong. So
Vegas is wrong.
I'm going to stay away from that game.
Yeah.
And I'm going a little bit further down. I'm going to take the Detroit Lions minus 3.5. They've been playing some good ball, but I think they still got something that they've got to. I think they've got to win this week. So we're going to go Detroit Lions minus 3.5 against the Vikings.
Okay, there we go. Okay, yeah. Detroit. So how do y'all see the? We're waiting on the food to come out real quick. So how do y'all see the NFL playoffs coming out? I mean, do y'all have any feeling on what's gonna? What about the Saints scenario? You see them squeezing in or not?
I hope not.
I hope not.
I was hoping they'd lose their last 2 games.
I think Craig said a while ago, before we started, that they have a 36% chance, 37% chance.
No, just get the season over with.
Get it.
You got rid of House. Now let's get rid of Allen, and we'll be okay.
Yeah. Do you? I would say just lose and get the higher draft pick, but the Saints have never done anything with draft picks anyway. So.
Struggling.
Oh goodness. I see some beef
See
coming out.
Some movement.
River Dan, the guy from Alabama, he's really good. He's now he's an old school country, but he sounds just like darn Waylon Jennings.
Wow.
If you're into old school country, then he is your guy.
Okay.
He's awesome.
I think the Super Bowl is going to be fantastic in Vegas. Right?
Wow.
That will be.
We gonna go?
I mean, it's tempting. I'm sure the ticket prices are going to be outrageous.
Yeah.
If the F1 series in Vegas is any indication.
We're good. Yeah.
All right.
Oh wow.
We might want to just save it and pay bills.
That's right.
So this is beef stew.
This is our
January special.
January special. Wow.
That's awesome.
Oh my goodness.
As usual,
Wow.
Tim gets none.
man. I'm telling you, I had that for lunch yesterday. It smells just as good today. I might have it again today. It was real good. And with the weather, with it being cold outside recently, this was hearty and everything. I didn't think I would need when I moved to Mississippi.
This is amazing because I've got a little allergy going on with my throat, so I'm looking forward to this. But Tim, as always, we appreciate you. We appreciate Lewis for coming out today. Great conversation. Great young man.
Absolutely.
Great guy. Good luck to him with whatever. Sounds like he's got a lot figured out.
He does.
He's got a lot of good options, and that's a good thing. So,
That's right.
we just want to say thank you to everybody out there. Appreciate all of our awesome partners, Magnolia Bluff Casino, Concordia Sentinel, and everybody, all of our awesome partners on the screen. And Happy New Year to everybody. It's a new start. It's a new year. Let's get out there and put some good in the world. God bless everybody. And as always, have a champion day. We want to shout out all of our awesome partners, including Hicks Chiks, Trinity Medical, Gregg Vet, Magnolia Bluff Casino, Weeks Furniture, and all of the awesome partners that you see on the screen right now.
Hi, it's Shannon with Miss Lou Champion Spotlight. If you like what we're doing, be sure to follow, like, share, and even comment on all our content. Also, visit MissLouChampions.com to sign up for our newsletter and to receive other information, as well as the opportunity to receive some awesome prizes. Thank you, Miss Lou, for your continued support, and as always, have a champion day.